welcome to another edition of Webinar Wednesday. It is great to be with everyone here today. We got a lot of great updates to share with you. All right, if this is your first time joining, welcome. I am Jason there on the left, and we are lucky to be joined by David Rockland, who is the digital strategist and so much more here at Brilliant Directories. David, thank you for taking the time to join us in today's webinar.
Hey, everybody. So glad to be back with you for Webinar Wednesday 210. Kind of hard to believe we're that high already, but we got some great updates to share as always this week. The team here has been super hard at work getting some more AI functionality built into the platform, help you guys publish even more content, do even more with your site even quicker. So really excited to show off some new stuff on that front.
Absolutely. And we're going to have some fun with that stuff today. All right, we are streaming live on YouTube Live. So those of you joining us from YouTube, you can say hello in the comments there. And we also encourage everyone to subscribe to the Brilliant Directories YouTube channel. You could head over there now. Just go to brilliantdirectories.com/YouTube and click on that subscribe button. It'll notify you when these webinars are coming up, when the replays are available, any tutorial videos we upload, and more. So we certainly invite everyone to join us there. And also with that YouTube Live replay video, we will post it in the Facebook group immediately after the webinar. You can head over to brilliantdirectories.com/Facebook. If we went over something a little too quickly or you wanted to recap, that's a great time and great place to do it. Also, the Facebook group is jam-packed with Brilliant Directories users, membership website owners. You can ask questions there, whether they're technical related to the platform or strategy related to growing your community. I'm in there myself. There's lots of great questions, and we invite everyone to join us there. And also happening next month in that Facebook group. So yeah, follow that link if you're not already part of the BD Facebook group. We're going to be doing another iPad giveaway. Always fun when we do those. And we always aim for a goal. If we can get 1,000 unique comments, we'll give away 2 iPads, doubling your chances of winning one. We've had more than a dozen iPad winners in the past, and it's tons of fun to do. So just head on over to that Facebook group. And next month, we'll be starting the contest. So look out for it there. And also, if you have a BD website, why not have the Brilliant Directories app on the go and in your pocket? It's a great way to stay connected with your BD site, and updates are coming soon. I've been mentioning this all year. We have been a little slow in the update, but it is coming probably in this coming, I'd say by the end of October. And then following on the heels of that update will be real-time push notifications. You can get notified when new members join your site, new payments coming, and seeing those pings come on your phone should certainly be encouraging for everyone. So head on over to your app store, just search for Brilliant Directories, and you can find the app there. All right, and we got a good amount of viewers today. That's great. Just a little bit about Webinar Wednesday for those of you joining us for the first time. You know, week after week, we're pushing new updates and features into the platform. And shout out to you guys. A lot of the new features are from your suggestions, your requests, your ideas, topics that come in the Facebook group, helping to make the platform better for everyone. So in Webinar Wednesdays, in addition to the Q&A session at the end, which if you have questions about your site, go ahead and type them into the comments now. We'll try to get to as many questions as possible, whether they're technical setup questions for your site, strategy questions, and more. But also in Webinar Wednesdays, we like to share some of the updates where you can take actionable steps with the newer features to help increase traffic, convert visitors to members, and more. So go ahead and type your questions in throughout the webinar. We'll try to get to as many as possible. And yeah, let's dive into some of the lab updates that are available to you guys this week. All right, so I'll start at the top of this list. I'll breeze through this, and then we have some fun AI stuff to share with you today. The first one at the top of the list, now with your email templates, you can choose the alignment of your default logo that shows at the top of the emails that get sent from your site. It's easier if I show you how this works, and this is available to everyone now. So we'll head on over to the admin area. I'll just go to emails and email templates. This is the easiest way to kind of show it. Let me see here. Let me actually go to newsletters. This will be a little easier here. And let me edit one of our sample newsletters here. Okay, great. You're going to have this same setting in your email templates page as well. So let me just drag a content block into here. So now on your left-hand side, the default is use the template. The template is the framing of the email. That's what gives it the nice kind of rounded corners and boxes it in for good presentation. So you can, by default, it starts logo left, and it looks a little something like this. If you have an image, it uses the image logo. Otherwise, it uses the name of your website. But up until now, it's been locked in to the left. And you can see here, the template is this framing here, the gray with the corners, just giving it that nice look. But now you can choose if you want the logo centered, to the right, or no logo, but keep the frame template. So we'll check that out real quick. So we can see here we have our content. Maybe we're adding our logo directly into the text editor body. We don't want it separately added by default. And then, of course, if you just want a plain text email, no framing, no logo, just full, side to side width, you can have that as well. And again, there's no framing on this. Now we see that block is going all the way left and right. So that option is available to you now. So pretty self-explanatory, but I think really high impact, especially if you're going to be adding your logo directly into the text editor. This just adds a ton of flexibility for you there. All right, this next one is also related to the text editor. We introduced drag and drop content blocks probably not too long ago, about a year ago. It's pretty recent in BD, but you were limited. You could only drag and drop them where there was like another paragraph or an empty space somewhere in the text editor. Now you can freely drag the tables anywhere. Let me show you what I'm referring to here. So here, before it would only find spaces like this here. So these are 2 content blocks, but now you can actually go right below or above an existing section. So they could butt right against each other, creating a more seamless email based on your sections, also in the web page builder as well, not just emails. So not only can you drop some of your content blocks in empty spaces, but also directly or below other content blocks without having all those extra spaces being added. So again, just a little bit of a quality of life update there, but should add a ton more flexibility as well. All right, I wanted to mention this again because we've been getting a lot of questions in the Facebook group. The optional enhanced hosting option is available now. This will allow AI to crawl and index your website as AI SEO is becoming a real thing. Let me share this with you guys here. Due to the aggressive nature of AI crawlers, we kind of had to create this as a separate service. All BD sites still have forever free hosting. But if you'd like your site to be searchable or be found or show up for AI SEO, we've created this bundle package, which should help with not only allowing AI to crawl your site, but balancing the demand that AI crawlers need. So this is the solution for you. There's more on this page about what it includes. And it not only includes the ability for AI bots to crawl your site, but it does include some extra bandwidth to offset any of that additional crawling that AI bots are doing. And it includes an SSL security certificate for your custom domain as well. Okay, great. Let's keep things moving here. This one we mentioned in the last webinar as well. I just wanted to recap it. In the footer, you can now have your social media icons with a slightly sleeker look. It matches the website footer background. And I remember I forgot to actually show a before and after example of what this looks like on a live website. So we can see what we're referring to here. If we go to the sample site in the footer, so we can see our social media icons here. This is the new setting here. It matches the background of the website footer, so it just looks a little more sleek and modern. Let me set it to the previous way. The only way that it was available prior was with the colors of the social media platform. So if we go to footer design in our design settings and scroll down to well, there's 2 settings. One is display the social icons or not. So if you don't want them there, you can totally turn them off. But if you do have them, you have this new setting here, social icon style, color backgrounds or no background color. Let's set it back to color background for a second. And we can do a before and after. I'll just duplicate this tab here. Great. So it does get your attention a bit more. There's nothing wrong with this this look or these colors. It's just an aesthetic choice. If you'd like it with the background colors, the colorful way, or if you'd like it the more muted way, without the background colors, just the icons. All right, this is also a quality of life update, the admin tools. In 2 new places in the admin, we've added sort filters. Again, just a simple quality of life update here. This will be in 2 new places. One is in the smart lists and tags page. And again, it seems very simple, but it's very useful, especially if you have a lot of records for these. So in your smart list, you can now sort by newest, oldest, the list name A to Z, or the list name Z to A. So just kind of making it quicker to find these. We have this throughout the admin. There were just some pages missing it, so that's kind of what this update was for. And if you go to the form manager now, and if you have any custom forms, there are some more options here, actually a little bit more robust. First, you can sort by the name A to Z, Z to A, last updated, very helpful if you want to know what you've recently worked on. This one is very useful. Any type of form, so the member listing, so the forms that are related to inside the member dashboard when they're logged in and they're filling out their contact details, their additional details. There are a limited number of forms for that. Any post forms, like the form used when people create a blog post or an event post and things like that, or your general website forms, which are like your contact us form, any forms you make for landing pages, et cetera, et cetera. And then you can also filter by the status if it's active or disabled. So easier to find things here. All right, and the two new fun ones, and we're going to cover these in the kind of the tip of the week, or kind of show these off a bit more. You can now create newsletters in your admin area using AI. Let me quickly show you where that is, but we'll dive a little deeper into that as well. So the quick place it is in the quick create drop down here. If you're not familiar with this, this is kind of like quick action links. If you're going to add a new member, create a new post, if you want to create an invoice and bill someone or request money from one of your members, this is great. Coupon codes as well you can create, but this will be the create newsletter wizard. And now you can give your newsletter a nickname. You could just say promo email. You can start from blank. That'll just kind of take you, and you just start from blank. You can use the content blocks, drag them in, or you can just write something from scratch. You can select a previous email you've sent and just kind of clone it and use that as your starting point. So if you've locked in a format for your newsletters or what have you, you can just select it and then make edits to the new one. Or the new thing is AI generate. I'll just do a quick one here, but we'll talk about it a bit more. Let's just do an event invitation. So what you see here is you can actually just edit the event name and the date. We'll just call it Webinar Wednesday with Brilliant Directories. And we'll say today, and we'll ignore the spelling mistakes. We'll get into the settings more, but we'll just let this one cook up here. And while that's cooking up, I'll go back to the updates here. And the next one coming soon, and we'll also demo it today, is the web page builder with AI. So you'll be able to create really good, I've been testing this personally and making sure that it's going to be top notch SEO content for maybe your search results pages, or if you're just trying to rank for a certain keyword or phrase and you need to create content pages around that, you'll be able to do it. And then also landing pages. So if you're going to maybe have an offer or you want to create an about us page or a mission page, we'll show some examples. You'll be able to do this all with the AI web page builder. So now we're back to the newsletter. It takes about 15 to 30 seconds to cook up one of these. But now we have a newsletter. It's advertising Webinar Wednesday. You can include links that you want it to include. But the idea here is it gives you a starting point and then you can easily edit it. So let's save and continue so we can continue editing it further. This should take us to, the send newsletters page here, and we can continue to make further edits. Of course, the images it finds are just kind of stock images trying its best to fill in the blanks here, but we can replace this with, let's see here. Let's just say keynote speaker. As an example, you can choose square, do a search. Okay, great. This guy looks happy, or this mic looks even better. Let's add that in there. Beautiful. So we'll talk about this a bit more in just a second. And yeah, those are the updates there. Any final things you want to add about the lab updates before we actually move on to kind of more covering of these AI tools?
I think we can dive right on into the AI newsletter creator. We started with integrating some of these AI generators with the posts, being able to quickly create any kind of post using AI. And so it's been really exciting seeing that we've been able to expand that to now newsletters, builders, which we showed off a bit in the previous webinar as well. But now that it's available, that's really exciting. And then I think especially also the AI page builder is going to be just as, if not more exciting than the newsletter one.
Absolutely. Actually, let me do this. Let me show off the AI page builder, which is coming soon. We should have that released by the end of this next week, but actually more, if I don't want to be more conservative, probably next week, just to make sure we get all the kinks out. And then we'll dive more into how you guys can utilize the already released newsletter creator. So I think I have some samples here. Here we go. So this is the Create Web Page tool. Again, hoping to have it out by the end of this week or next week for sure. So you'll get a pop-up. It'll ask you to create a web page. You can give it whatever nickname you want. We'll just say testing 1, 2, 3. You can also give it whatever domain you want. You can, of course, change this later. And there'll be two paths. One is you can start from blank. And then you just go ahead just like normal and create your web page, or you can AI generate your web page. And again, this is meant to be a starting point. You'll also have a page type. This kind of instructs the AI, if you're going to go the AI path, what type of page you're looking to create. Let's focus on SEO content for a second here. And let's hit continue. So you can do something just as simple. Just say, make page to rank for dentists in Los Angeles, right? And you can put this on your search results page. We'll talk about that in a second here. We have some pre-made prompts here. So if you want to do something more elaborate or you need a starting point, you can, or get ideas of what you can input into this thing, you'll be able to kind of select something here. So this was a SEO for a location page. So you just say same thing. I want to rank for dentists and we'll just say Los Angeles. And the rest of the prompt is already written for you. Now you can add additional keywords that you would like the AI to kind of sprinkle throughout. Of course, keyword variation is key these days, no pun intended there. But we can say find Los Angeles dentist. Let's say best Los Angeles dentists. So we'll leave it at that. I'll even go ahead with the longer page length. You can also do the tone. We can do professional, informational, and include images or not. This is SEO content, so I'll just do no images. We'll show one with images in a second. And then what's even better is and I would recommend going the extra step for this. If you're going to create an SEO page, like for your search results, you can provide it with some links to other pages on your site. So maybe you want to link to Los Angeles events. I'm just giving examples here, or some members who are dentists in Los Angeles and link to their site. So it can sprinkle in some internal linking to your site, or also where to join and things like that. I would suggest doing the same window if you do this. But yeah, this is a great way to just quickly create SEO content for your site. I'll let that one cook up there. I think I have some examples here. I said I need a complete one-pager media kit, not it, but kit. And I can just go here. This is a sample of a landing page that it created. And so it creates these blocks, right? Of course, meant to be edited. In this case, it included a video placeholder at the top in case I want to replace it with a video or image. And yeah, there's some information here, what our advertisers are saying, and more. Let me refresh this one. Let me use one of the pre-made prompts to do instead of an SEO content page, we'll call this just a landing page. And we'll choose landing page or conversion focused. We'll do AI generate and continue. And again, I'll choose from one of the blocks here. This time we'll do maybe we want to do a lead magnet, like an ebook offer. So create a high converting landing page offering a free, we'll just do ebook here. We'll just delete the options here. And we'll say this, how dentists can attract more clients with better online visibility. Okay, and let's just leave it at that. We don't need any keywords in here. We'll also do the long version here, and we'll do enthusiastic and promotional. And let's actually link to Let's link to brilliantdirectories.com just as an example to make sure that that gets embedded in there. And the text link will say, get it now, get ebook now. Perfect. And we'll let that one cook up. So let's check out the SEO content that was created. This was for dentists in Los Angeles. So it's created a good H1 heading, a good H2 subheading. It knows to not keyword spam or keyword stuff. And it's good for Google. We'll actually do a Gemini test here. So it's created all this content here, which is great. And we're also taking into account AI detection. So you only need to make minimal edits if you wanted to into these. So if we go to AI detection tools, now some of them always show false positives, but there are some good ones like Quillbot who actually are like really checking for AI detection. So this is 10%. So that's really good. This one's a little stricter. This is 0GPT. And let's check this one out. Generally, anything under 60% with these tools or inconsistent matches with these tools is a good result. So this is 66% here, but this one's showing 10%. So when it's across the board, that kind of means that it's good. If all of them are saying AI generated, those are kind of red flags that, you know, these tools are, I mean, that the content is most likely AI generated. And Google doesn't not like AI generated content as long as it's useful information. In fact, they encourage it to an extent. I think they've said it on the Google website that there's nothing wrong with AI generated content. It just needs to be meaningful and useful. So that is the key here. Another thing is if we go back to this one, let's just type into Gemini, is this content good for SEO or keyword stuffed with spam? And I'll just paste this down here and let's see what Gemini says about that SEO content. This content is good for SEO and not keyword stuff with spam. It's high quality, user focus. So this is kind of what we want to help you guys, give you a leg up so you can add this stuff to your site. So let's actually add this content to our site. Let's actually go ahead and hit save and continue. It's going to create that web page. And we can, if you guys didn't know, you can add custom SEO content to your individual search results pages. For example, I'll just make this the California page. And again, you could do like California dentist. I don't know if I have dentist as a real category on this site, but all you have to do is in your web page builder, select the member search results page type and make sure you put the URL, the pretty URL for that. And I'll just hit save changes here. And of course, this is just the California search results. But if we go to view page, and if it was for Los Angeles -dentist, you'll see that one, we have the friendly title, and we now have a read more tab with all that good SEO content on this page. Now, some people do say that you want the content not hidden behind a tab. I think the readers are smart enough these days that they know that this is still valid content for a site. But if you wanted to, you could kind of place that content below the member results. We'll just do below body content. So that way it's not tabbed. It's just beneath the page here. Let's look at this together. So if we scroll down the results, we'll now see this blurb of text here, which can, again, help bolster SEO. Maybe it doesn't need to be this long, but this is good quality SEO. Also diverse things with those pre-prompts, like questions to ask when comparing dentists, typical pricing for dental services in Los Angeles. So this is really good wiki page stuff where your search results has a higher probability of ranking. And one more perk that we're putting into these, into the web page builder is all the page meta title, description, and keywords are going to be optimized for those keywords that you're looking to rank for. So we see find Los Angeles dentist, best Los Angeles dentist, pricing, and local trends. And then the name of this demo website is California Business Directory. Now let's take a look at the landing page builder. That one, we're working out some kinks with that one, but we could take a look at this together. So this was for that ebook for dental practices to boost their online visibility. It's an offer to get the ebook. And we can see here, it's kind of created this landing page here. Meet your expert author. Again, these images are meant to be modified. Let's go ahead and hit continue. And let's see what it looks like when we want to edit this further. Okay, great. So let's actually just publish the page. Let's view the page. Great. So this is the page it created for the landing page. It says free ebook, boost your dental practice with online visibility. And we can see here there are some sections here. Makes it easy to kind of digest the information. But again, meant for you to modify further. Let's do one more just for fun. I'll refresh
We do
this.
have a question as we're kind of going through this from Stacy. Great question, asking if this AI web page builder, if it'll be available by default or if they're going to have to purchase an add-on to get access to it.
This will be available by default, same as the newsletter. The newsletter AI creator is available by default to everyone. So this is going to be released for everyone. We want to encourage you guys to use this tool as much as possible and to kind of get your site ranking good with SEO and with search engines. Because we learned is actually the out of the box SEO is good with Brilliant Directories. The problem is people just import listings and they're not creating really good, meaningful content, because that is the hardest part, is to create that content. So while the listings are helpful and the search results rank, just having the results and then the title of the results page sometimes isn't enough to outrank competitors. So you can pick your categories, your locations, or category and location combinations and bolster those pages that you really want to rank for, or make it part of your weekly routine for your site. Is you're going to bolster maybe 5 of your search results pages or whatever time permits. So over time, you're adding that good content to your site beyond just the listings and the homepage of your site. Which brings me to another piece of SEO content we can create. Let's say a homepage content. Very overlooked is the content on your homepage, especially if you just launched your site. We cover this extensively in previous webinars, but you want to make sure you have good homepage content on your site. So let's just do SEO content, AI generate, and go here. I think we have one for homepage content. Yeah. For a what directory? Find lawyers in New York directory. Okay, and that's all we have to enter actually, and we can just hit, let's just do a bunch of content and we'll just hit continue. Won't do anything else. Of course, we can put more targeted keywords here. Internal links would be great to suggest to it, like go to our search results page, our join page, our events page, and what have you. We'll just do this last test here. While this one's going, we'll do one more for, let's see here, let's clone this. We'll do one more landing page. Let's duplicate this. And then we'll move on to the newsletter AI widget, since that one, the creator, since that one is released. So we'll do landing page 2. And let's just have some fun choosing this one here. And let's see here what we can do. Let's do something about us. Like advertise with us. If you're trying to get advertisers, you want a media kit page. The site, the AI already knows your website name and URL. That's kind of baked into this tool, so you don't have to enter it. It also knows the profession and industry, that the type of members you're targeting that you entered into your general settings. So it actually has that as context. Of course, you can embellish these. These are just suggested prompts. You can type whatever you want into here, and that's kind of recommended as well. We'll do a long page, and we'll do informative and educational. We'll do storytelling actually, and we'll do descriptive. All right, let's continue with this. And I think I did images with the SEO one. Yes, this one here, which actually I don't want the images. We're still working out that for the SEO pages. So let's actually go ahead and publish this one. So this was the homepage content, and let's take a look at this. When you need legal support in New York, options can seem endless. Let's go here to Gemini and just copy this. What keywords will this content rank for? Let's see what it says. Let's see how the AI did versus what Gemini says. This content is highly likely to rank for a very specific high intent set of finder keywords. Find lawyers in New York, find a lawyer in New York lawyer directory. So this is great. These are all the keyword variations in there as primary keywords. It found some long tail keyword, lawyers in New York, lawyer New York, so et cetera, et cetera. Oops. Looks like this got stuck there. Let's just run it again. Sometimes that happens. Again, see some kinks that we're working out here. But yeah, so what you could do is you could actually use this for your homepage content. I would just copy it here. It was creating a new web page, but you can go to your, this would be in your design settings, actually. If you didn't know how to add custom content to your homepage, I think a lot of you are familiar with the additional sections you can add to your homepage, but you can also stream content. We did this in a previous webinar. We added another blurb of homepage content here, but I'll just delete all this and paste this here and save it. And now this content will appear on the homepage. Let's take a look at that together. Yep, there we go. So always not the prettiest, but if you can find an elegant way to integrate, maybe not such a large amount of text, but or maybe put it in blocks or segments, this is always recommended and will give you a leg up. You have to remember, your competitors are working, 5 times as hard to rank for the same keywords that you are. So you kind of want to be a little bit proactive, and hopefully these tools will help you stay proactive with that. All right, now we're going to play Find the Button. Where was the tab I was working on for the last output? I think this was at the media kit, right? So this was a media kit for the page. It's added a video there. It's added some stats here, which look beautiful for the landing page, some metrics, some ad placement options it's talking about. Let's actually go ahead and create this page here. And then we can see here, if we can view the page. Perfect. Advertiser media kit, reach California business audience. So it's great here. It's talking about who to reach. I think it could be a little bit better. This isn't released yet. We're going to kind of tweak some of the results here, but I think it's a good starting point here with good calls to action and more. Anything you'd like to add as a final note here, David?
I think really the big thing here, the primary goal with all of these AI creation wizards that we're rolling out is really to try to help all of you be more effective with your time and be more productive. As Jason mentioned, a lot of us don't have the time to dedicate to trying to outcompete our competitors if they're, we're assuming, working even harder, even longer than we are. So the goal really is to be able to utilize these AI generation tools to quickly spin up web pages, posts, send out newsletters, and even more in the future. Obviously, there's going to be some amount of editing that will need to be done on the back end of it, but no longer will you need to really be starting from scratch. All these AI creation wizards should really get you going on the right foot and make it a lot easier to quickly churn out content, whatever that content might be.
Well said. Couldn't agree more with that. So also exciting stuff here. And this is just the beginning. Right now, this is to create. Later, what we'll be adding is what's called remix tools. So if you have an existing web page that you're happy with, you'll be able to highlight a specific section and request AI to just make surgical changes to those sections of your newsletters, your posts, and your web pages, and more, even just the SEO meta tags as well. All right, just to mention about the enhanced hosting here, we don't need to stay on that. So I'll stick with you, David, if you want to talk about a little bit about the Create Newsletter with AI tool, and then we'll kind of do some samples and get the juices flowing so you guys feel encouraged and confident to use the new tool.
Yeah, really excited to dive into a little bit more detail on the AI creation wizard for newsletters. We did a quick demo of it when it was still in the works in the previous webinar, but now that it's rolled out, really excited to give you guys a more in-depth demo of it in just a minute. But real quick, we wanted to introduce it in case any of you missed the previous webinar. So in a nutshell, the AI Create Wizard for newsletters, it'll allow you to quickly spin up basically any type of email you're looking to send from the Brilliant Directories platform to your email subscribers, your contacts, your members. And again, in the demo, you'll see some of the additional options that are available to really customize the output of these generated emails. But there's about a dozen or so suggested prompts that should get you going off on the right foot. And of course, you can edit the prompts, make them even more specific, add additional information to them. But the suggested prompts will allow you to create a variety of emails out of the box, account-related emails, newsletter emails, promotional emails. So some of the account-related ones, again, these are just from the suggested prompts. You can use the suggested prompts, you can edit those, and you can also write your own totally custom prompts. But the account-related ones are new member welcome email to welcome the new members as soon as they register on your site. Also, email sent out to members when they upgrade their account or asking them to upgrade. Maybe you have going into the promotional segment, maybe you're going to do a seasonal promotion. Also, some referral request emails, newsletters. There's suggested prompts for community updates, event invitations, whether you're doing an online event or maybe an in-person event with your community, member spotlight emails. So you can grab a member from your site and spin up an email spotlighting a specific member in your community, maybe a standout member. And then on the promotional side, quickly spinning up emails to send out special, seasonal or promotional offers, lead magnets, also the email that individuals receive after they successfully go through your lead magnet or your lead funnel, whatever that delivery might be. Maybe it's an ebook delivery or anything else, and other sorts of confirmation emails. So again, these are just the built-in suggested prompts. You can edit the suggested ones, but where a lot of the flexibility comes in is that you can also write your own totally custom prompts if one of the suggested prompts doesn't fit your specific use case. But the suggested prompts are a great way to kind of get going quickly if one of these suggestions does match your use case. And then you can just sprinkle in some additional information if there's anything specific you want included in the email. You can do that by customizing the prompt. And then after you do that, there's a handful of additional options. You can select the format of the email, the type of audience that you want to be speaking to, the tone, the purpose of the email, if it's educational, if it's promotional, what kind of writing style, even the color set that's used in the email. So you can try to get it to match the color set of your brand or your website. So again, really the goal with these AI creation wizards that we're rolling out, and there's so much more to come even beyond this, is really to try to help you be as productive as possible. One thing we mention a lot in previous webinars is not spending too much time working in your business or you want to work on your business. And so hopefully this will be able to allow you to allocate your time a little bit better, spend less time creating content, writing emails. And one thing we heard from a lot of users, some people, it's difficult to find the time to do it, but a lot of users, they just don't know where to start. And I think that's one of the huge benefits with these AI creation wizards, is it really gets you going off on the right foot. And then from there, you can just sort of customize the output and refine it a little bit for your specific use case. But it basically gives you that solid foundation from which you can kind of just run with.
Well said. And yeah, the suggested prompts is just, we thought we'd add this in here so there's some context for you guys as to, again, to get the juices flowing. But as you can see, I selected the community update one as David was speaking, and I just changed some of the prompt. I said, share this month's community highlights, spotlight one member, announce 1 to 2 new industry news, 1 to 2 industry news topics, I could say, whatever it might be, and preview upcoming events we're having. And then we can even say, end with a quote or a reassuring, inspirational quote, right? And then I said, remember to promote. And you saw, I just kind of went to, and I said, they paid for this, so make it good. I have no idea what it's going to come up with, but let's just get this going for John Smith. And I then chose some other options. So with the email newsletter, they might not all be these well-decorated emails, with headers and hero sections. So there is an option for plain text emails, which are extremely effective, just kind of off the cuff templates that you want to create to kind of go as reminders to members, or if it's a small update, reminders and things like that. Or you could do a styled newsletter, which is what I'm going after now. Of course, the tone, this kind of nudges AI as to, again, it's not going to be exact, but nudges AI as to your intent for this email. So it could be urgent, professional, humorous. In this case, I'll just keep it enthusiastic. The purpose, and then how direct or how descriptive you want AI to be. So direct means the email will be a little drier, just more sticks to the facts, or descriptive. It'll kind of embellish and really write descriptively with adverbs and adjectives and so on. And then what's cool is you can choose your target audience for the email. So the AI knows kind of who this is for. So maybe this is to re-engage past due members and bring them back. You can choose lapsed members. Maybe it's new visitors or, whatever it might be. In this case, we'll choose members and subscribers. And then you can choose the length, if it should include images or not, and then the mood. So you can just stick with brand colors if you don't want it to kind of have its own vibe, or color vibe, I think we call it, or color mood. But if you want, you can kind of choose from some of these other color sets. We'll just do forest green in this example here. So let's get that one going. And we'll do one more. Let's do a plain text email. We'll duplicate this tab here. And let's actually do another. We can just go to so there's two places actually. Let me not get ahead of myself. Or there's three places where you can kind of prompt this. You can do it on your homepage under the "What do you want to do today?" You'll now see the Create Newsletter button, or in the Quick Create dropdown, you'll also see Create Newsletter. So just click this one here, and let's just do this one as a reminder and AI generate. And we'll just do a plain text email. Remind members that today is the last day for the sign up event. For those who already registered, great. Otherwise, write a strong email encouraging others to register. The link is, we'll just share this Gemini link here just for fun. And we'll just paste that in there. Okay, and let's do urgent. And this is a kind of event reminder, and we'll do more direct. And the audience will be everyone. And you'll notice when I chose plain text, the images and the color went away because this is a plain text email. This is not an email for a well-decorated email like a newsletter might be. So let's just see what it comes up there. And here we go. This is the monthly newsletter. We set to spotlight one member. And we can see here, let me zoom out a little bit. California Business Directory, June community highlights. So obviously it doesn't know the month, but we can do October. Again, very easy to edit things here. And it added a hero image. Of course, we can swap this out. Let's do that together. Let's just do team building. We'll just do team office. And what's cool is you have the different libraries here. I'll show you something real fun that's going to be useful for you guys here. You're going to like this, promise you. All right, so team office image. Okay, great. So whatever the case may be, just something that that matches the vibe of your thing. So here is the member spotlight on John. We can visit John's website. Let's see if it did that. Yep, it's a Brilliant Directories URL. It already did that perfectly. You can schedule an appointment with John. That was also the Brilliant. This is all what I pasted from the demo Bootstrap site. And what's nice is it kind of just created a little spotlight for him. We just need to replace his image. Let's do that together. Let's just right click, copy image link, and come back here. And what's cool about this is you can replace by URL and just paste it in. And there we go. There's John. That's the member spotlight for the month. We did our duty. So here's something fun. So he created more sections and whatnot. But one of my favorite things is you can add in from the library animated GIF. So you can do let's just do team again, and we'll do square. You can choose the dimensions. So you can add these things in here, and it's just fun to do that. So in your emails, you can quickly add. There we go. So you can quickly add some animated GIFs into your emails, which kind of makes it fun. Maybe one is enough, maybe at the top and or whatnot. But we can see here it's created the email, and let's actually save and continue. It's added the inspirational quote. And again, you're not sending the email at this stage. You're just taking it to the next step of editing it further. You still want to choose your recipients, and we'll talk about that in a second as well. So it also did the subject line here. And Another thing to keep in mind is you can kind of move these from side to side here if you want. And another thing is if you don't like a section or don't need a section it added, you can just delete it. So that's useful. If you like a section that is created, you can actually clone it and then you can move it a little higher up in the email as well. So you can kind of duplicate, maybe it's a call to action that was added or something like that. So there we go. We duplicated and then we moved it up, which actually would make sense in this case. And then, of course, we can preview the email here. Let's do that together. Perfect. So this is the case. It already put our name in the kind of the header section here. So this is an example. We might want to do the template with no logo, or I add the logo image myself. But probably centering it up there. You guys probably have nice image logos for your site. This is just using the plain text, but you can center it, which would probably make more sense for these types of newsletters. And if you didn't know this about the newsletters with BD, you don't just select the smart list segments that you want to email. So let's say we want to email all members. But the beauty about this sending newsletter tool is you can actually omit and exclude people who you don't want to receive the emails. So let's say you want to exclude all the Los Angeles plumbers or whatever the smart list says. So you can actually exclude them from here. And also the system will automatically exclude people who have unsubscribed or the email bounced previously or failed previously. Maybe it was a bad email, so that it doesn't continuously or waste your email credits. So it tries to be efficient in that sense. And then also, yeah, Dave?
As we're talking about the recipients, just to address another great question from Stacy, as we were going through the AI creation wizard for the newsletter, she was wondering who that email gets addressed to. And so I think this kind of answers it, whether you're using the AI creation wizard for your emails or you're creating a newsletter email from scratch. That all happens after the email is created. You can then come to this tab here, select recipients, and that's where you decide who that email gets sent to.
That's right. You're just kind of locking in the starting design or layout of the newsletter. Nothing's being sent in that moment, in that pop-up that you get. It's a good question there. All right. And then to that point, you can, after you've selected your recipients, what's also great is you can choose to send the email immediately, like right now in real time, or you can send it in the later. So let's say it's the night before, you want it to go out in the morning. So you can have it go out at 6 a.m. And it'll go out tomorrow morning. And you just hit click to schedule email. Let's just do a final confirmation here. It gives you a summary, and then you would continue. And it'll be sent your website's time zone at 6 a.m. Let's take a look at the plain text email that it created. This was just a generic event, last chance to sign up, don't miss out, final date to register. So we can see here the difference. This is a plain text email compared to the more decorated kind of newsletter styled email. And we see here that this is all included. We even told it to include the links. I think it's to the Gemini, if I recall. We were just joking around there. And it did include the link, so it does know what to do. Just share with it as much information as possible. And yeah, I do like what it wrote. We can say, let's do one thing, be extra wordy, include a long anecdote, speak in first person, and why your life will change with this. And you can hit regenerate, or you can go back to the editor and see what it has right now, or you can go back and click regenerate new email, and it will go ahead and do it. Now, some practical things that you guys can do right now with this is probably, let me duplicate this tab, is update the welcome email that new members receive when signing up to your site. Right now, they get a plain text email that's a default BD template. It just says, welcome to our site. Let's actually check it out together. We'll go to email templates. And if we search for welcome and go to the pre-made templates, I think what users get is one of these like, welcome emails, account activated. Let's see here, welcome basic, I think it is. It says, well, thank you for joining, et cetera, the confirmation link. So it can actually include these variables in there for us. So let's actually do that together. Let's revamp the welcome basic email and tell it to include the confirmation link in there. So we'll go back to quick create and we'll say kind of welcome free members. And we'll do AI generate. And I think we have one for new member welcome. This is members who joined for free. You must include the confirmation link with this short code. And I'll say and hyperlink that with the same. Okay, it's just giving it some tips there. And then include 3 to 4 quick start actions to help them get the most out of their membership, provide helpful resource links, and with an inviting CTA to explore the community. Also, join our Facebook group and subscribe to our YouTube channel. And with a one-time offer to upgrade to a pro plan with a coupon code, pro 50. All right, let's let this will be a beautifully styled newsletter. We'll do inspirational and a thank you for joining. And the audience is new visitors, we'll call it, or new members. And we'll do a medium length on this. So let's continue. We'll also use our brand colors. Let's go back to that, the email about the event, the plain text one, when I told it to add an anecdote, do it in first person, right? I said, I want to share a quick story. So here we go. Years ago, I hesitated before signing up for a business networking event just like this. So now we see it's kind of giving that story mode here with the text. And it did it in first person. So again, it is the AI. You can just tell it, you can just kind of brain dump whatever you want into that user prompt. The more context you give it, probably you're going to get a better output. But this is, again, a great way to come up with ways to reach out to your community. Let's come here and see what it's creating. Okay, so this was the welcoming free members to the site. Welcome to the California Business Directory. And it's put a picture of downtown Los Angeles here. We're thrilled to have you as our newest member. So this beats hands down that welcome basic newsletter, that email that the BD came up with. But again, that's meant to be generic and as simple as possible. So here it says confirm your membership. Let's see what it put in here. Let's edit the link. Oh, I have to check that out. But it should be the confirmation link should be embedded into here, which is great. And then it's added some quick start actions. And what's great again is, if it's going to try to do images a certain way, but if they're not the right size, you can certainly do that. I think we can center this. There we go. And then it added our Facebook, subscribe to YouTube, explore the community. So there's added some links here. And then the offer here, unlock more with Pro, special offer inside. And then it says upgrade to Pro now. And it even did this little tag here. So there are some things here. Let's actually save this and continue. And again, we're not sending the newsletter yet. It's just a template. And because this is for our free members, I think we can actually just give this a nickname, welcome free members. If we go to the membership plan, I haven't tested this yet. I don't know if it allows you to choose what our quote unquote newsletter emails, because it is technically a template. But if we go to our free account membership plan, I went to the membership plans. Let me slow down a little bit here. So under finance membership plans, I'm editing the membership plan. You can, if you didn't know, you can choose what email goes out. So let's look for this one. And here it is here. So we can have this one go out when people sign up. Welcome free members. That's the one we just created. And I'll go ahead and save the changes. And there we have it. So when someone signs up, you don't actually have to send this one now, but Now when somebody signs up, they'll be sent this welcome free members email template. And now that I'm thinking about this and we're talking about it out loud, there's a limitation here where it's asking you to create a newsletter, but you might just want to create an email template that you can use later. You don't necessarily want to send it out as a newsletter blast. So we'll address that in an update, but you can certainly create the email template, and then assign it to the membership plan. And again, that was a much better email. Let me go back here than the other one. Let's go back here. Perfect. Yep, that will work perfect. And yeah, you can modify this as needed. And again, even more, if you didn't know just about the editor, maybe you don't want a column here. You can delete this column. You can delete this image. Now that this looks a bit better, kind of balanced with this. Let's do one more thing here just for fun. Let's add, it says confirm your membership. Let's do confirm, and we'll make it fun with a Giphy. And we'll do a square. And again, just depending on the vibe of your site, you can choose how playful you want it to be or not. But sometimes this can kind of give you an edge, again, making you seem like you got a bigger marketing team behind you as well. You're able to create these emails that are high impact. And again, if you don't like a section, it's easy. You can just delete it and keep it simple like that. Any final things to add here, David? We're going to have time for the Q&A session. I know I went a little bit over on this, but I just wanted to be thorough and hopefully answer some of your questions while demoing this for you.
If you're just starting out with your website, or maybe you've had your website for a while, you're just now starting to market it, starting to get the ball rolling with it, I think editing some of those default email templates, utilizing the AI Create Wizard is a great way to start using the AI creation tools. But even if you don't want to take that step yet, if you just want to play around with it, I think that will be incredibly beneficial down the road, so that when you are ready to start generating content, sending out emails, newsletters, things like that, you'll know what the capabilities of these AI creation tools are. And so you'll be able to just dive right on in and utilize these tools to hopefully speed up the creation time for any of this sort of content.
Great advice there. Yeah. Just have fun and play around with it. Get comfortable with it. Play around with the user prompt, what you're inputting, and see if you can get the kind of output that you want from the AI. So again, they say the future is not AI replacing jobs. It's people who can make the best prompts for the AI are going to be the winners at the end of the day. And this is a great way for you to kind of get your teeth cut and practice with some of that, because you'll be able to see actual results of the output. All right, let's take a look at some of the questions here. One question from AR, since it's on the subject of AI here. About a month ago, Jason mentioned that we'll be able to offer website design to members. Is it still on the roadmap? It is. It got delayed by some of this AI stuff that we're rolling out. The idea here is that you, as the website owner, with one click, will be able to create a standalone, unbranded website, not branded with you, one pager for your members that they can have as their website if they don't have a website. It will use the data from their profile to create the page. So this will be a way for you to potentially use members who don't have websites a one-page website, and there'll be a method for them to connect their domain name. And this could be something you charge your members monthly for as an additional perk for them, like $10 a month or whatever makes sense. But it'll allow you to create a nice one-pager website for your members. So if I had to give a timeline on this, the way things are going, and we have the holiday season coming up, look out for this in Q1 of next year. We're going to do a little bit more with the existing AI projects we have on our plate, but it is still on the roadmap. So thank you for that question there. All right, let's see here. Hamal is asking, possible to give AI access to premium members so they can create content easily, or we can add as an add-on. So yeah, so everything I'm showing you is in the back end of the admin area. I think the next evolution of this will be to make it available when your members are in their member dashboard and they want to create an article or some piece of content, or maybe enhance their About Me section. We will be moving towards that. Hamal's good question there. I think that will come after we introduce the remix section. So when you're looking at in the admin, so if you're looking at an existing newsletter or a web page, you'll be able to make surgical edits. That will be a more appropriate time after that is ready to then make this available to your members, because that is probably what they're going to want hand in hand with that. So also on the roadmap, just give us a little time, and yeah, you will be able to offer it per membership level. So that's a great question there. It will definitely be a perk for your premium members.
In the meantime, though, we do have the ChatGPT content creator add-on. It is a lot more limited than these AI creation wizards, but that integrates directly into the text editor, and you can give access to that to your members.
You are correct. Let's take a look at that together. This was in one of the earlier days when ChatGPT first came out. There is a video on here. I'll share this in the chat for everyone. Also a highly powerful tool. All the member has to do is they would input their prompt into the text editor. We have an example here, this animated. List 3 article ideas for a dog walker directory, and then they click that and it does it all here. And then you say, write an article for idea number 2, and it does it. So this one's more about writing text in the editor and then clicking the ChatGPT button to provide the response. But actually, this works beautifully as well. So not to be underrated here is this ChatGPT content creator. All right, let's continue with some of the questions here. Will the AI help us create a Brilliant Directories tab for our existing website? Okay, so you're asking about for an existing website, adding Brilliant Directories on a page. So something that's been kind of slower for this year is if you have a WordPress site or an existing website, the ability to add a Brilliant Directory site to a subfolder on your existing domain. So you don't need to change your existing website. The idea with that future update is you'll just designate a URL like /directory, and your Brilliant Directory site will load on that page, not as an iframe, as a real web page that will rank for SEO, and it will have all the internal pages for it. That one is a little slower. We launched some earlier WordPress updates plugins this year, but if I had to guess, I would say by the end of this year or Q1 for sure next year. What the technical term for that is for us to be able to support a reverse proxy hosting with your Brilliant Directory site. So it's a little more technical and complicated, but we want to provide that hosting option, not just for WordPress users, but anyone who has an existing website. So you just upload one file to your FTP of your existing site, and then you would be able to load your BD site there. So coming soon, but it wouldn't be something AI would help you with. It's just a new hosting option that we would offer to you guys, Brian. So that is also on the roadmap. So lots of roadmap questions here. I love it. All right. Our good friend Terry here. Terry's asking, are there any plans to expand the functionality of the sub-accounts add-on? The parent account can create sub-accounts with different post-publishing permissions to the parent. So currently with the sub-account feature, they get the exact same membership plan at the same level as the parent plan. The original point of the sub-accounts was, let's say you're a franchise and you have one flagship location and you wanted to create profiles or listings for additional locations. You would just clone the main account, but you would change the address and the phone number, but they would basically be the exact same membership plan on the site. I don't think we have any immediate plans for exactly what you're suggesting, Terry, but I know there were some other things that we were working on with sub-accounts. So I'll get back to you on this and I'll keep this in mind as well. So thank you for sharing that. Okay, Stacy's asking, would you suggest doing these search results pages for every one of your categories? A couple things.
That was in reference to adding the AI-generated SEO content to member search result pages.
Absolutely. Yeah. In a perfect world, yes, every single page of your site should have amazing SEO content on it. In reality, I would pick and choose, and I would set a routine for your site. You know, working on your site is a combination of working on the actual website, working off the website, marketing it to the world, and then other things, you know, other activities to grow it as a business. So I would maybe set yourself a time budget to do this on a weekly basis. Maybe pick your most popular categories or your top categories you want to rank for, and start from there. If you have Google Search Console, it kind of lets you know which pages or which search terms you're ranking for and what your positions are. That would be a good starting point to figure out, you know, maybe you're on page 2 for something, and if you enhance some content, you can get onto page 1 for some keywords and phrases. So there are ways to strategically go about this. We actually joked about it yesterday, and we're not totally against it. It might come in the future, but if you just push a button and all your category pages have SEO optimized content on them. The only thing we're working against is kind of the cost of AI. So we're trying to roll this out to offer it for free to everyone. But when we start getting into power users or, mega users who are using this, for thousands of pages on their site, we need to just figure out a way to kind of make that sustainable for everyone. So yeah, pick and choose, create it into your routine. And hopefully by next webinar in 2 weeks, I'm confident the AI web page builder tool will be released. So for now, you guys got the newsletter one, and the web page builder one is coming up right behind it. Okay, medical director's asking, any way we can purchase that bundle as a one-time payment? I believe you're referring to, and this just goes to what I just said about the cost of the AI there. I think you're referring to the enhanced hosting bundle. So the reason this bundle was created, it says it right here, because AI crawling demands more resources, enhanced hosting is designed to safely manage the extra load. So AI crawling is on a monthly basis. It's not a one-time thing, but we've priced this as as low as possible, given what it's going to include with the extra bandwidth and the SSL. So if you're serious about your site and you want to make sure that you get indexed and found with AI bots and engines, I think this would be a great tool for you to get started with. Yeah. Let me share this link one more time. All right, there we go. Let's see, we got another question here. JJ, that's my nickname sometimes. I would love the ability to enable a member's profile from being crawled by AI bots as an optional upgrade that I can give my members. Well, okay, I do have an option for you here. So that would kind of be based on the membership plan. What you can do in your membership plans, so this would be on a per membership plan basis. So maybe you have a free plan and it doesn't get indexed by any search engines or AI bots. This is kind of what's already existing as a setting here, JJ. Let me hide your comment so it's easier to see. If you go to search visibility, there is an option here, hide member profile from search engines. So this would also do AI bots from crawling it as well. Effectively, what this does is a few things. One, they won't be included in your sitemap, those profile pages. Two, it will add no index, no follow, which is kind of the universal meta tag that tells or suggests to bots, don't index this site. So, and don't follow the site. They might land on that page, but they won't index or save it. As far as crawling it, they might crawl it and get to it, but the no index, no follow will tell them not to save any information from that page. However, if you're trying to, I know it's a perk for users, but well, I'll let you, that's a business model choice, so I'm not going to get into that. But this is the existing setting that would basically hide those profiles from both search engines, indexing it, and that the same would work for the AI crawlers as well. Our friend medical director here, will you integrate with Square payments ever? Potentially, yes, in the future. We are making some comprehensive updates to payment gateways to make them more robust and also allow you to introduce or use a new payment gateway. So currently we're getting a handle on the 10 plus existing gateways that we support. There have been some major security protocols and updates to them, which we always want to make sure we're staying up with the best practices. But yeah, in the future, I do see Square is coming up often. And then the other question is, just in the meantime, if you can use, PayPal or Stripe or anything like that, those are all available at your disposal as well, at least for your membership site. All right, good question there. All right. Hamel's asking, I'm using Cloudflare. Can this new bundle still help? Yes, absolutely, because the existing restriction happens on the BD level. So your Cloudflare is going to point to your BD site. So it will make sure that AI search engine bots can smoothly crawl your site and index your site. So yeah, even if you have Cloudflare, this new bundle can definitely help. And Cloudflare is an amazing tool for regulating traffic to your site as well, but you're going to want it unlocked on the BD level. So you'll still want that. And actually, I think, let me just go back here. I think there's a promo on this one. So if you do, it's $15 per month, but if you're going to have your site for more than 3 or 4 months online, I think the yearly price gives you like an extra 25% off that price. So it's like $135 a year. And if my math is correct, so it's like $11 a month if you go with the yearly to make sure your site gets the maximum visibility there. All right, good stuff there. And we got one more question. Stacy's been such a good participating so much in this webinar. So we'll end with you, Stacy, here. Recently, there was a discussion in the Facebook group about having the ability to repeat events. I'd love if this were available for annual repeat, as I want to create events for awareness days that are SEO stacked. So there is a tool I think you're already aware of. The limitation of it, it is for events. Here it is, the auto recurring events. I think it lets you go up to 3 weeks. So every day, every 7 days, 14 days, every 21 days. I think we need to make this a bit more robust. If you're going to do yearly, you can just clone the event 3 times and you can be good for the next 3 years. Just change the date. That would be a quick way to do it, to work around this limitation. But yeah, with this add-on, I think maybe setting more specific criteria, like every 3rd Thursday of a month, because days move when the months are 30 and 31, and counting the days don't work exactly. But yeah, we'll look into more ways of making this add-on a bit more robust. We've gotten some feedback on that, and I think that would make this a much more high value add-on. But yeah, this would be one way to do it: auto recurring events add-on for these date spans. Or again, if it's yearly, just takes an extra 30 seconds to clone that event, 3, 4, 5 times, and you'll be good for the next 5 years for that. All right, so good stuff there. Fun webinar. I hope it was informative. The next webinar will be in 2 weeks. Start creating stuff with the newsletters. Paste what you create in the newsletters in the Facebook group. Share what you created with the newsletter creator tool. Enhanced hosting bundle. We covered that thoroughly in this webinar. Great lab updates. Next webinar is in 2 weeks, and we're going to have even more updates to share. And we will have the web page builder tool ready with AI in the next webinar. And then lastly, we'll post the replay in the Facebook group. Next webinar will be in 2 weeks. Replay will be posted in the Facebook group. You can go to brilliantdirectories.com/Facebook. For those of you who joined on YouTube, it was great. Thank you for the comments as well. And also subscribe to the Brilliant Directories YouTube channel now. Go to brilliantdirectories.com/YouTube. David, thank you so much for joining us and helping us on this webinar. On behalf of myself, David, and the entire Brilliant Directories family, have a great day and a brilliant week. See you in the next webinar.